And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Brooklyn Beats and the Carolina Panthers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. They'll start on the ground with Lynch, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, check Mike, Mike 6, Mike 6. Mike 4. Mike 6. Watch the run, Hey,
out of the gun, Watson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down, Brooklyn.
Reset. 19. Here we go. Watch the safety creep.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Get in the white room.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Watson, wide open receiver, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 27-yard line.
Check 1. 25. 29. 24.
On first down, it's Watson. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 27-yard line.
19.
On 2nd down, Lynch. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with third and still 7 yards to go.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And to give this time to the tailback. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Ready? Alert 3, alert 3. We got 3, fellas, we got 3. Slam. Pilot, 64, wait. Sit.
They'll run on first down. Griffin. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Single. Check. Hard.
Now a give, right side. It's Griffin. He's got the first down and more past midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Watch General West. Safety. Leo. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Slam.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Let's go.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
3 down. Recon, 152 fighter. Check 49. Watch that. Hey, Charlie. Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Wagner. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On second down, it's Griffin. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Check 13. Check. Go on. Check. Hit it.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Check 99! Check 99!
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Go now. 10 Lobo. Double tight, guys. Double tight. 3 down. 3 down. Now.
To throw on 2nd down. Wagner. That one caught by Gibson. The great move couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Go! At their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Right back to him on 1st down. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down now. It's Lynch pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or 2 to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Wide, get what? Squeeze. Shoot.
On 1st down, Griffin. Room here to run. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because Those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 21-yard line.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Watson now to throw. Buying time to his left.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
1st down, Brooklyn.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
You got it too far. Check. Lucky.
Now Lynch. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the 36, Watson escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Watson just beating the play clock. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
61, matchbox lights. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Bang, 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 bang. Hey, lock it. Save. Fire.
On 2nd down, it's Griffin. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Back to throw. Wagner. This is brought in by Gibson. Give him 18. It's a Carolina 1st down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for him, too.
Move. Alert. 3 out. 22 jet bombers. Speed Griffin.
They'll run on 1st down. Griffin. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back.
Hey, check 24.
On 3rd down, it's Griffin, and he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half.
Come on, set. 30 base. Protein spill. You're out.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Well, from my vantage point, that's just one bad play by the offensive line and a running back who's had a lot of good ones tonight.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be ticked off, nor is the offensive line, because to me it's a lot like a no-hitter, right? Pitcher's throwing a no-hitter, gives up a hit late. You're so close to accomplishing everything you want and don't quite get it done. They'll come back with a vengeance on the next play.
Hey. 4 down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wagner. This will be caught inside the 10. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this 1st half of play. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Wagner, and he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
They can't stop us.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Wagner. Over the middle, complete. It's Gibson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On first down, Griffin. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
10 Lobo. Switch. Bear. Check. 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Griffin. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. Now they'll run it on the toss. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey. Hey, Sam off. Lee Griffin.
They'll try the left side. Griffin. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
90, Pilot, 64, whip. Watch the whip. Yep.
2nd and 4. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
4 down. Hey, high 7.
Operating from the gun, Wagner. Caught here by Griffin. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're in a 13-3 hole here now as they come up on first down. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. Johnson was the intended receiver.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. 25, check 25, check 25. Check Greystone, travel. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. It's Griffin. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Single receiver, single receiver. Hey.
They'll keep it on the ground. Griffin. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Wagner, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now a give, right side. It's Griffin. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Tight right. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down, 4 down.
From the gun, Wagner. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Let's get it. This is it. 19. Let's get this. Hey, to the 9.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up. An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Panthers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. On third down, Griffin. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Pulled in at the 24. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Check three.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jordan. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally. And to give this time to the tailback. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Watson flushed out right. Going for it all. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 21 yards away. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. So he scrambled right but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slimly, second half. They only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
On second down now, it's Griffin. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Wagner looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 15. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 36-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
It's 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to the ground, this time Lynch. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Watson now, operating from the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the 1st. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. Dancing to it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Watson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 3rd and long. It's Watson. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
132 fighter. Check 37. Look at me. Go. Hit it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Griffin. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Head logo. Blue draw Porker. Alert. 3 down. Hard. Joker. Go. Get him.
Now a give right side. It's Griffin, and he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Here's the Panthers punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 23. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? He'll look to throw. And an alley to run. Oh, the ball is out wide. shots and lost it. And the Panthers have recovered.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball, so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Here we go. 8, read. Double time. We got three, fellas, we got three. Shoot.
The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And this one won't be remembered for many offensive fireworks, but they did enough to get the job done.
And that's why it's a team game, because sometimes you have to lean on one part of your team. And they leaned on their defense. In fact, they probably went over there and asked for some help. Like, guys, we just don't have it in this one. Can you hook us up? And they did in a big way. They said, no problem. Put it on our shoulders. We'll carry you home. And they did exactly that.
So for Carolina, their strong start to the year continues as they're up.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, no.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know when Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rocking over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chest man. There's no doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.